guys, it's your girl C, and I'm here with my fiance Troy, and we are back with another video. Today we will be featuring a couples Q&A. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notification to get notified every single time we post another video. So the way this is going to go, the questions are coming from my subscribers and my followers via Instagram. I posted in my story asking you guys to ask me questions, couple related, personal, whatever, kind of all about us, all about me video. So you guys sent in your questions and we are going to read them and give you our answers. So shout out to you if you sent a question. Thank you for participating. It is very much appreciated. And if you want more videos like this, you can follow me on Instagram, which is sexy CEE329, and that's where I'll be posting regarding our videos on YouTube. Okay? So we're gonna jump right into it. Alright, and I'm going to keep you guys anonymous, so don't worry. But if you hear a question, I guess you know who you are. The first one is, who made the first move?
You did. She made the first move, y'all.
So he made the first move because obviously he was pursuing me. Like I was trying to bag you. Is it bagging if it's a girl trying to get a guy?
She was on my body.
Why is he lying? Are you kidding?
I get it.
He was trying to pursue me. But that's a whole nother rundown. But he made the first move as far as trying to get me. So I don't know why he's lying. So I'm like doing nothing with him. How long have y'all been together? 13 years. November 29th is our anniversary, so we have just made it to the 13-year mark. And yeah, that's what it is. What's your favorite thing about each other? So what's your favorite thing about me?
My favorite thing about you is I love how you take care of yourself.
Right.
Your hygiene, you know what I mean? I like how you keep yourself together. Always on point. I love that.
Okay. Period. Ladies, take notes. Alright, my favorite thing about Troy is that he can cook. Obviously, if y'all watch any of my videos before this one, I'm always hungry. And he can cook, and I don't mean like he can cook better than me, first of all, if I'm keeping it real. Right? And yeah, that's my favorite thing about him. His ability to, as a man, to get in the kitchen and put together like a full course, like meal, like with no problem, real quick.
What else? That's it?
Well, you only said one thing about me. My other favorite thing about him physically is that I obviously think that he's fine as fuck. So that's my favorite thing. Like, aside from all his other qualities, one of the qualities that I'm waiting for is his looks and that amazing smile. If you know him, then you know that's like, his smile is like, whew, panty wrapping. Anyway, what's the other person's favorite food? So I'll go first. Troy's favorite food is cooked food. If it's cooked, it's well cleaned and it is seasoned well, and there is no fat or no pork. He loves it. I'm not saying that he'll eat from anybody. But just to, generally he likes cooked food. He will take that any day over fast food, over junk food.
Any day.
Over any other things. Like, there's been days where he's not really in the mood to get in the kitchen. I'm never in the mood to get in the kitchen. So, and I'll be like, all right, let's just order pizza, let's just do this. And he will literally run to the store and cook up a quick meal and eat that, which is like, to me, that's crazy, because if you didn't feel like cooking, why would you cook? But cook food, guys, cook food. But we both don't eat pork, just so you know, no pork around here. We don't the swine. Go ahead.
What?
My favorite food.
Oh, junk food, chips. Candy. Look, see a bag of candy right there. She wants, you know.
Right.
You go in our cabinets. Shit, junk food.
Okay, I do like junk food, guys, but who doesn't? You always need something to snack on. All right, what are 3 words that best describe yourself?
I gotta say I'm dedicated, compassionate. Outgoing.
Okay, for me, I'll say that I am passionate. Passionate. All right, passionate. I am crazy / feisty / sexy. That's all in one, because I had to give y'all all of that. And then the third one is I'm outgoing. I think that I'm a really good time. I think that I'm a vibe that you want to be around. I think that I'm a dope, down-to-earth girl. I know I probably said more than 3, but I'm that dope that I had to explain to y'all.
Facts.
Alright, so what are some words of wisdom that stuck with you all these years?
You go first.
Alright, somewhere, I don't know who said this to me or like where it came from, or if I just probably read it somewhere or I just said it to myself. I don't know, but I know I've heard it before, but what stuck with me is less is more. I live by less is more. And I know to some people who know me, they'll be like, no you don't, because you're mad extra. I am extra, I am, and I could be like very extra, but overall, the overall me, I think that I live by less is more, because I don't be trying to do too much. And I think that as I got older, I got a lot more simple. It doesn't take a lot for me to like be happy. Like the minimal, I'm okay with just doing the bare minimum, and I'm okay with that, right? So less is more, guys. Less is more. When you feel like you look whack, or you feel like, damn, should I have done this? That's probably when you look your best. So that's where I'm going with it.
And I feel sorry for the world when you get more.
Woo! Yeah.
Alright, mine's, what's the question again?
What are some words of wisdom that have stuck with you all these years?
Alright, I have to say maybe, damn, I gotta go back like a while back. Somebody shared some words with me, and it stuck with me. And it goes, it's easy when things are going your way. When it's not, it shows what kind of man you are. / women, this goes for y'all too. You know, like, just because something ain't going your way, don't jump out of character. Be who you are, and step to your business as a man, woman.
Okay, that's good. That's good words of wisdom. So now, what is the most significant change you would like to make in your life?
I need a big bag.
A stupid bag.
Stupid bag.
Yeah.
I feel like everything, I feel like family, love, I feel like all that's intact. You know what I mean? I just need that big bag.
I have nothing to say, because it's literally the same thing. So I'm not even about to drag y'all through a response. I just need a bag. A huge, life-changing bag.
Right.
I am wiser now. So you give me a bag now, I'm going to multiply that like crazy. So the most significant change I would like to make, or we would like to make in our life, is to build generational wealth and break generational curses.
That's it.
Now, if you could travel to any country in the world for 1 month, where would you go?
Venezuela.
Why?
Because they got a dope rainforest. I just want to just chill in the forest and just have the water running off the leaves, smacking me in my face. Just, you know.
I don't know about the water running, like smacking in my hair, you know, like I don't know who he's going with because I'm not going there. But for me, anyway, I don't have a specific place, and at this point, I kind of need a break after like 2020, even now 2021. Drop me in the center of some sand, which I don't even like the beach, but I just want the vibe. Like, drop me where some sand is, where they have frozen margaritas.
What country though?
I think I want to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I've never been to Jamaica, and when I see people there, like, I don't know, it be the drinks for me. Like, there's one called the Bob Marley that's like the different Rastafarian colors. I want that drink so bad, but I don't want to have it nowhere else, and I refuse to have it anywhere else. I want to drink it in Jamaica. So that's where I want to go. Plus, Jamaican food is banging, so why wouldn't you want to go on vacation where the food is and the drinks is good? Like, you know? So that's that. What's your favorite thing about your relationship, about our relationship?
Favorite thing about our relationship? I feel like we might bump heads, but we have an overall understanding. I feel like we understand each other.
Okay, and I feel like my favorite thing about our relationship is our love. Our love is stronger than anything else, and that's why it's given us the ability to overcome everything we have in the amount of time we've been together, and that's why we are here today. What's something you used to believe about relationships but no longer do?
That's difficult. That's a difficult question. Because I never really had any beliefs in a relationship. I never really thought about it, you know, like.
Okay, so kind of like, you know they exist, but do they exist kind of thing?
No, not even. I just never really. It's weird because when I was younger, I always said that one day I want to get married, you know, I want to have children and all that. But I just never thought about the process of it, you know?
Fair enough. For me, one thing I used to believe about relationships but no longer do, I used to believe that you meet a man, he knows he wants you, and in 2 years, 3 tops, you're engaged. Yeah, that's a fuck no for me. I don't believe that shit. You just either gonna, he could either do that, but just be open to sticking it the hell out until that comes. So that's where I'm at with it. Let me mix it up because I don't want to read it in order. Alright, so I'm going to go to this one. If your significant other expressed to you that she is being treated in a way that she doesn't like by your in-laws, should you let them figure it out, or should you step in and address it with your family on her behalf?
It all depends. It all depends on the situation. You know, it could be offensive. It could be offensive approaching. Like let me give you an example. If you had an issue with, say, my mom, right, my parents, whatever, right, now, it could be offensive me bringing that idea to my mom, you know, and you know, it could also bother you by not bringing it up.
Right.
You know? So I think some things it all depends. I don't know it. I have to know have that person situation. Right. Have that person send the exact situation, and I could vet off answer.
All right. So I think that I agree with Troy in terms of you kind of have to know the situation to give your opinion on the situation, because every situation is different and not every action deserves a reaction.
Right.
So some things you just have to let it slide and keep it moving. Some things need to be addressed so that everyone is comfortable, and you know, sometimes addressing it is all that needs to be done. You address it, people apologize, and you move forward. So I think it depends on the situation.
And people also hold on to grudges too.
Right, you know? But I do think if you address it, it's going to change things regardless.
Right.
Like whether you do good or bad. Like I feel like if you address it and everybody's apologetic and you move on, you'll never move on in the same way.
Right.
It's always gonna be like, oh, this person feels like. Right. So I think that's up to you if you're willing to take that change, because just know that addressing it could change the dynamics of everything, and not addressing it could still change the dynamic of everything. So that's a tough one, but whoever sent that in, if you want to get like more specific, you could send in your specific situation. We'll always keep you anonymous, and we could do a video on that. The next question. What do you love the most about Cynthia's crazy ass? So this is your question.
You funny as hell. You can be funny. You know, you definitely always keep me laughing. Doing stupid shit.
Yeah, guys, I'm silly. I am. Alright, the next question is, Troy, when is the proposal? Now, I don't know why this person all asking this question.
They asked before I did it.
I know, but still. I am already engaged. The proposal has happened already, and if you would like to see our proposal, it is on Vlogmas Day number 3. So make sure you guys check that out and show that video lots of love, because your girl is engaged. And I got engaged, actually. I didn't want to answer it in a previous question about how long we've been together. I got engaged the day after our anniversary, so right after 13 years and a day, half a day, I got engaged. Alright, so go check that video out because it's so sweet and so like
the reaction.
And we're gonna do an engagement reaction video, which is us watching our engagement with you and telling you guys what we were feeling and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that, and that's why you need to hit the bell notification, because we're gonna be dropping shit back to back to back to back, and you don't want to miss us. So the next question is, when are you having another baby? Yeah, I'm done.
Nah,
cut the camera. We're done. No more babies.
Nah, once we get financially situated, I want like 7 more. So that's the plan.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking. I don't really like understand what he's talking about. Like, personally, which we already discussed, so I don't know where he's coming from with this. I don't want any more kids. I am fine with the 1 kid that I have. Mason is all I need. Mason is all I have right now, and I'm so good with that. No more for me. Like, and I had a great, I don't want to make it seem like I had a great pregnancy. Like, I didn't go early or pains or aches. I was in the hospital, thank the Lord. I had a great pregnancy. I carried my pregnancy really well. I'm okay with having like 1 child. Like, he's a handful. He's 2 handfuls. The next question is, what's one thing that you dislike the most about each other?
You go first.
Okay, so he smokes, and I dislike that he smokes. It's just period. There's nothing more to say. That's not my. I don't smoke. I don't like smoking, so I just don't like that he does. That's it.
I have to say, you don't like to cook.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like to cook. I'd rather clean than cook. But I'll cook if I'm starving. I'll cook if I'm starving and I don't want to buy nothing. But if I could buy something, I'm not.
And not to say like, you don't know how to. You just don't like to cook. Even though
what is something? I don't know. I'm gonna skip this question. I'm just gonna skip this question. All right. The next one is, how did y'all meet?
How did we meet?
You want to tell it?
You can tell it.
All right. So
I'll intervene if I feel like you missed something.
All right. So basically, long story short, he was pursuing. No, forget it. Long story short is, he's seen a photo of me, because this part is very important to me. We don't know each other, right? He sees a photo of me through a mutual person, and basically falls in love or whatever with that photo and wants to know more about me, wants to get more insight on me personally. So the person denies that, like, no, I don't want you talking to her, like, you be talking to mad girls, like, you don't need to be talking to her, like, she's a good girl, just leave her where she's at, or whatever the case is. That's left alone, done. Fast forward, he moves in my neighborhood, like literally 3 blocks from me. So now we're seeing each other. Like, if I go to the store, I can see him. If I go,
don't get it twisted. She knew of me though. You know what I mean? Like I was out here. My nigga.
And that's what I knew, that he was out here. So when I seen him and he was trying to talk to me, I'm like, oh no, like I don't want nothing to do with you. Like hell no. So he's pursuing me or whatever the case is. I go to the store, I could see him. I go anywhere in the neighborhood, I could see him. And there was also a church up the block from his house. And I used to go to that church sometimes. So I'd be coming out of church and boom, there he is. So every time he see me, of course, he's trying to pursue me. You know, I'm a baddie or whatever, so why not? And then one day I was coming from the store and he kind of like followed me. I don't want to say like not stalking followed, but like, you know, he's talking and I'm walking and he's walking too. And I was chilling outside with my sister and my cousin and he's like, all right, so like what's good? Like, you gonna give me your number finally? Like, and not those exact words, but along those lines. And I was like playing hard to get, so I was like, my phone dead. And he's like, oh, all right, your phone's dead? And I'm like, yeah. But you give my cousin your number, though. I'll get it from her later. And I was like, take his number down, right? Being a boss. So then he gives her his number. And then I don't call him for like 2-3 days.
2 days.
And 2-3 days. And I let him, in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's probably like, I gave her my number. She hasn't called me, and I don't know if he's seen me within those 2 days that, yeah, we didn't see each other. So I don't know. I felt like he must be thinking about me or thinking like when I'm gonna call. So I didn't, because I wasn't fiending either, but I was intrigued. So one day I was just in the house, bored, doing nothing, sitting around with my sisters, and I texted him. I was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Do you know who this is? And what did you say?
I said the girl of my dreams.
The girl of his dreams.
Yeah, but you know that was the thing. You know what I mean? That was the line.
He want to say like that was the G or whatever, but it's really not the G. If I'm really the girl of your dreams.
I mean, obviously.
Like you're living your dream. Like how many people live their dream when they say that? You know.
Right.
So that's how we met, and we text each other, that little cute response, I was like, oh, and it went like.
And when I got home, what you text me about Saturday?
Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. The rest is history. 13 years later, we are engaged with a 3-year-old son.
Yeah, nah, look, tell him. 100 likes, 100,000 likes.
100,000 likes. If y'all want to know what I text him about Saturday, a week after I met him.
We want 100,000 likes.
So run the numbers up, y'all.
Run them up. This gonna be good.
So the next question is to me, and it's how do you manage being a stepmother? So to me, it's nothing to manage because it's not like they live with us, you know, like they have their mom, so they live with their mom and they do come over here or whatever the case is, but I would only say it's managing if they lived here and I'm juggling like doing for them, doing for Maze, doing for him, but it's not like that. They come over here, we kick it, it's cool, they're dope. We have a good time. We all just gel together and it's always a good time whenever they're around. We actually like to spend time, just the 3 of us, because it's two kids that he have aside from Mason. So we spend time without him a lot of the times. Like he's in the room taking a nap or doing his own thing, and I'm out here like, what y'all want to do? Y'all want to play this? What y'all want to eat? What y'all want to do? So it's pretty cool, pretty dope. I will say though, it was not always that way. And if y'all want like a detailed boom, 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 boom. if y'all want a detailed like how we got to this point, because I am sure there are people out there with like blended families and don't know how to make it blend and work. It took a lot of work, and I would want to tell y'all so much, but I won't do that unless you let me know that that's what you want. So comment down below, like this video, and that's going to tell me what you guys want to hear. And of course, I'm always going to give it to you. But I have great stepkids, and everything's all good in our hood. So the next one is... Okay, the next one is, we only have, let me make sure that we're only down to 2 more. Yep, 2 more questions and we are done. So, what are you to do in a relationship if you feel like your man ain't pulling his weight? Ooh. Shout out to that subscriber for a good question.
No, that's a good question. You want to go first?
Okay, I feel like if a man isn't pulling his weight in your relationship, in whatever aspect, whether it be financially, emotionally, sexually, whatever you mean by that, I think that if the person isn't pulling their weight, the first thing that needs to happen is there needs to be a conversation. Like, without a conversation, you'd be wrong to do anything else if you didn't have a conversation. You have to give the person a chance to explain where they're coming from and why maybe they can't pull their weight, and also give them a chance to hear you out and maybe start to try to, based on what you discussed, meet you where you need your needs met. So I think that a conversation is definitely important and very much necessary. But in the event that you have that conversation and that person is still not pulling their weight in any aspect that you've spoken to them about, drop that dead weight, because he's not for you, sis. Okay?
Alright, that's a good question, but to me it all depends though. It all depends on you know, what kind of weight you want the man to carry. You know, is it needs? Is it wants? Like, is he taking care of the bills at home? Is he, you know, financially stable, but he's like selfish where he think about himself? You know, it all depends, you know what I mean? But I could speak for me, like, for example, like, I don't always meet needs, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I don't always meet wants, you know what I mean? But as far as needs, as a man, I feel like I step to the plate and handle that. You know, I got to make sure the roof is secured over our head. I got to make sure there's food on the table every day in here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there will be times where, you know, I could give her the things she wants, and there's times that I can't. So I don't know how to answer that. I guess me and her will discuss that after this. You know what I mean? To see how we really feel. But I feel like as a man, I handle my business. You know what I mean? Like, I make sure, you know, bills is taken care of. Sometimes I might fall back and she might have to take up certain little slack, you know what I'm saying? But I try not to leave a big responsibility for her, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
Would you agree?
Okay. Yes. Well, jumped down my throat. Yes. I agree. I agree with what he said, but like I said, if that weight stays dead after you spoke, then dead that weight. So and
get that man, you know, don't be too hard, man. And figure out your priorities. You know what I mean? You don't wanna be saying, you know, calling it the dead weight, all your wants. You know what I'm saying?
And then you also don't want to, like, make sure that you prioritize what you need done, and that it's important, that it's more of a need than a want, because you don't want to push somebody to feel like they have to do something, and especially for men, and it pushes them in the wrong direction because they feel like they need to provide. They end up doing something that they don't need to be doing, and then it becomes a bigger problem because of that pressure of trying to meet your needs and wants. So be careful with that, because we're living in a crazy time, and, you know, always know that your man is better off at home than anywhere else in the justice system. So, if your in-laws, this is the very last question, guys. If your in-laws or family members choose not to be in your kid's life, should you take the initiative? Should you try to take the initiative to fix it, or should you leave it alone?
Wow, that's a good one. That's a tough one. Me personally, like I would leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, because especially the way the world is now, you know, not everybody. You know, everybody who's family ain't family. You know what I mean? So sometimes you might want to push your kid. You want to push your kid to have a relationship with the wrong set of people. You know, I think you should just use that energy to just teach your kids on how to be family oriented rather than forcing them into family. If it's not natural, leave it alone.
Give me some.
Straight up.
Well said. I think that I was gonna say, you know, take the initiative to try to make it work, but I'd be lying and trying to give y'all like a politically correct answer, and I don't give a fuck to do that. So
You could curse.
I think so. Yeah, I could curse. My bad. All right. So I think that leave it alone. I'm not gonna force nobody to be in my child's life if they don't want to be in my child's life. Like, you make time, and I know y'all seen this quote on Instagram 100 times. And it's so true. You make time for people and things you want to make time for. Just like, you know, you gotta get up and go to work, you do that. Just like, you know, you gotta get up and go to school, you do that. You know you gotta brush your hair, you know you gotta do this, you do those things. So just like I know I have to talk to him every day and I have to maintain our relationship, it's the same way across the board with anyone else. Don't force anyone into your kid's life, because is that really gonna be genuine? Or are they doing it because essentially they have to because of the word family? Like, love on those who love on you, and just support those who support you, and that's all that it is. Like, and like Troy said, just teach your kids to be family oriented. Teach your kids the importance of family. Teach your kids that they need to stay connected with their family members so that they are building those connections and building those relationships, because that's how your kids know love, know respect, know all these things. So whoever is gone, let them be gone.
Right, like like you don't really mess with everybody at Thanksgiving dinner.
Right, and you know, like you don't. Yeah, it's, you know, people. Yes, you have the title family.
Right.
Yeah, you my cousin, and I don't even know if you my cousin, because I don't know. I feel like I just was born one day and y'all told me she was my cousin. I don't know. So don't push it. You know, if it's meant to be, it just flows and it's natural. And if it's not, then that's what. If it's not natural because you're asking this question, which means that it's being forced. If you even got to think about it, is that really family, or is it just the title? So ask yourself that question. And on that note, we are ending the video here. Thank you to every single person who sent in their questions, and to all of those who got their questions read. I hope you got all the answers that you wanted, and to those of you that sent in questions and we were not able to answer them because we didn't want to make the video too long, so we had to filter through some. I will post more things, as I said, and more videos will come. If you want a part 2 Q&A, you could always send in more questions and we can pick some of the ones that we didn't get to read. Thank you guys so much for watching. Run them numbers up. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop down in the comments below, hit the bell notification to get notified every single time Cynthia and Troy post another video, and we will see you in our next one.
And that's the way to support us, guys. The comments and likes, that's all we want.
Yeah, that's all we need.
We ain't asking for no cash apps, none of that.
None of that.
Just likes and comments.
So follow me on social media, and I'll also drop that in the comments. And I love you guys for watching, and I love you guys for participating, and I love you, Troy. Have a good day. Bye.
Peace.